As the worldwide fight for racial justice is raging stronger than ever, the entertainment industry has taken action to support the fight for racial equality, and K-pop is no exception. However, albeit their great fame and influence, some K-pop idols sadly were not immune to the consequences of their ignorance about racism. In case you don't remember who they are, these are 6 K-pop idols who were under fire for their allegedly racist action. Number 1. Wendy mimicking black people. Although Wendy has always been well known for her sociable and fun personality, she once received countless criticism for allegedly being racist, especially for her impersonation of black girls. Things started when Wendy appeared on a Korean talk show called Idol True Colors broadcast on November 1st, 2014, and was asked about different English dialects. The question captivated the interest of both the audiences and the guests on the show, as Wendy has a decent knowledge of various cultures thanks to her background of growing up in Canada and the US. However, her answers seemed to let many people down as she mimicked the gestures of black girls while saying, "You ain't gonna talk to me," in a so-called ridiculous way, triggering many international K-pop fans.
No, you ain't talking to me.
Unfortunately, Wendy did not seem to pay much attention to netizens' reactions because when she appeared on the show Talk 1 in 2018, Wendy repeated the same expressions. Again, she proudly shared that she had many hidden talents and started mimicking the voice of foreigners. Firstly, she impersonated the typical voice of white girls in a high tone, then moved on to mimic how black girls talk and use their hand gestures.
Girl, what did you say, girl? No, you ain't doing that.
Regarding black men, Wendy claimed that they somehow resemble gangsters. This time, her fans couldn't even defend their idol as the number of people criticizing Wendy was overwhelming. They found it infuriating and said that albeit growing up in multicultural nations, Wendy did not learn how to respect people from other communities, made fun of their characteristics, and stereotyped a whole community. Nevertheless, there are some fans declaring that she was only trying to hype up the atmosphere of the show and did not have any bad intentions at all. Additionally, they acclaimed that her impersonation was not severe enough to be considered a stereotype or racism. However, Revelove still hoped that Wendy would not repeat the same mistake the third time. Number 2. Rookie group XUM offending people from different heritages. Before even reaching the limelight, the rookie girl group XUM already faced a serious controversy as international K-pop fans were outraged at the group after a video of the members making racially insensitive comments towards Filipino, African, and Native American heritage was released on the internet. Turning back to 2020, A100 Entertainment was sorry to announce to fans that the girl group Neon Punch would have to disband after 2 years of promotion due to the hardships caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Fortunately, 3 members, Daeon, Becca, and Ian, would be re-debuted under a new group named XUM. In May 2020, the girls hosted a live stream to talk to their fans and open up about their feelings. And this is how the disaster started. During the live stream, before taking a DNA test designed to reveal the ethnicities and their heritage, the members were asked to give predictions for the heritages of others. Initially, Becca suggested that Ion may have Filipino heritage in her bloodline, yet Ion promptly responded saying Vietnam and then laughed out loud. Many Filipino K-pop fans viewed her statement as offensive, claiming that she was prejudiced against their nation. However, things did not stop there. In the later part of the live stream, Daeon said she thought Ion had DNA from Ghana, an African nation. Ion immediately burst into laughter, making a no symbol with her hands. In another scene, Becca said she believes she has African heritage and gained the agreement of Daeon, which was totally normal. Yet her reasoning stirred up heated controversy because Becca has a really loud voice. Soon after that, a heap of K-pop fans poured hatred on XUM for their inconsiderate, stereotypical, and outdated thoughts. They deemed the members mocking, being rude, and displaying racial insensitivity to other nations. Even some fans showed their shock and disappointment at the limited knowledge about other cultures of the girls. Under great pressure, A100 removed the live stream from YouTube and issued an official apology, saying they were so sorry for making fans feel offended, yet also emphasized that all these things were the editor's fault as they used misleading scripts and subtitles. Number 3. Mamamoo using blackface for entertainment purpose. Considered one of the funniest girl groups, Mamamoo are admired for their great sense of humor and somewhat quirky personality. However, in some cases, their jokes might have gone too far, leaving serious consequences on the reputation of themselves. Specifically, during their concert on March 3, 2017, Mamamoo released a parody of the worldwide hit Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars. The thing is, they performed with their faces covered in black paint and in the same outfit featured in the official MV of the song. This act was regarded as culturally offensive and even racist, and promptly gained countless negative comments from the media as international K-pop fans believed Mamamoo were advocating the use of blackface. K-netizens also expressed their disappointment toward the group for using the physical characteristics of the black community to serve comical purposes. Later, Mamamoo uploaded an official apology on their official Facebook and Twitter account, expressing their deep regrets for their thoughtless act and promising not to repeat the same mistake twice. Nevertheless, this statement still did not soothe the international K-pop fans, as they still voiced their rage at the acts of the group years later. Number 4. Han, Stray Kids writing and rapping racist lyrics. So Han Ji's song from Stray Kids came under fire in early 2021 when a song he wrote during the pre-debut phase was released on the internet. The lyrics to the songs contained insensitive language, including the Korean phrase similar to the N-word. Even though Han was only 13 years old at that time, the song he wrote was filled with offensive words towards foreigners working in South Korea, people with mental health issues, and Southeast Asian citizens. Netizens were even more than disappointed to find out that he used to spend 6 years living in Malaysia, a Southeast Asian nation, yet he still had the courage to offend people from this area in his song. This is what his fans, especially those coming from Southeast Asia, found the most infuriating. In response to this serious controversy, Han posted a handwritten letter on his official Instagram account, claiming that at that time he was still too young to acknowledge his thoughtless act. He also expressed deep regrets for his mistake and hoped to be forgiven. Seeing his sincerity, some people said that as long as he had learned his lesson, netizens should make allowances for his irresponsible younger days, since we all make mistakes in one way or another. Nevertheless, others thought that it was hard to change the nature of humanity, and racism may have run in his blood as it appeared at such a young age. Number 5. Jimin, AOA dropping the N-word. It is completely normal for singers to upload covers of their favorite songs and share them with fans. However, things went a bit wrong in the case of AOA's Jimin. Specifically, she once posted her cover of Nicki Minaj's Get Like Me, with the sensitive lyrics, "My niggas spend money like a cold flight to Korea." The N-word is known to be an offensive word to the black community, yet Jimin did not seem to acknowledge this fact. Within a short period of time, the cover promptly received countless negative feedback criticizing Jimin for her inconsiderate act and limited cultural knowledge. However, Jimin still did not know anything about the mess she had created until a fan sent a direct message to her on her Instagram account, telling Jimin about her allegedly thoughtless act. This fan also suggested Jimin take the video down in order to prevent further hatred. After learning that netizens were angry about her cover, Jimin was extremely shocked and immediately took the video off her social media accounts. However, netizens' anger still shows no sign of abating. They claimed that Jimin was not seriously sorry to her fans because she didn't publish any official apology and just remained silent. Some also scrutinized Jimin for not having basic knowledge about other cultures, despite being a public figure and the role model of many youngsters. So which idols on the list do you think deserved criticism and which didn't? And do you think ignorance about racism deserves strong condemnation? Comment down below to share your thoughts with us. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV for more interesting K-pop content. Thank you for watching!